4:10 in the morning and I'm just getting ready to head to the gym, but I wanted to turn on the camera, check in with you because today it's my first day of my broker classes, my broker real estate broker course. If you've been following me for a while, you would know that back in 2020 I started sharing my journey as I was studying for getting my license and all of those things. So I'll link that playlist up here on the screen. Yeah, this time around I'm getting my broker's license, so I'm very excited to be sharing this journey as well with you all. This time around is going to be very different than before because now I've been 2 years plus in the business and I have deals going on, I've got clients, and this year I'm not doing an online course like I did last time. This time around I'm going to be doing a live stream course. What that means is that it's a classroom with a professor, but it's virtual. So that's what I'll be doing this time around. I'll be doing it through Tampa School of Real Estate again, which I highly recommend, not just if you're in Tampa, but anywhere in Florida. Great courses. I'm going to link theirs information below. So I'll be doing their live stream course. It's 2 weeks from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday for 2 weeks. So starting August 15th until the 26th, I believe. Yeah, until the 26th of next week. So I've definitely prepared ahead of time. I have set up showing assistants if I need them for my listings. My buyers are under contract. We've already been through inspections and things, so it should be fairly smooth 2 weeks as far as work goes, because I try to set everything up ahead of time, kind of as if I was going on a 2-week vacation or taking 2 weeks off. But you never know, things can come up. So we'll see. It's very stressful in that sense, like, you know, having clients and having to take 2 weeks off of work, but I still have my weekends and mornings and evenings if my clients need me. But anyways, that's not the point. So I prepared for that, but I just want to give you guys, because I know I have some subscribers that are not just from Florida, so I just want to let you guys know kind of the requirements and kind of how it works here in Florida. So the first thing I did was I enrolled in my course. So this is kind of a brief checklist of everything that I need to do. So the first thing I did was enroll in my course. Next up, I need to complete my fingerprints and background check, DBPR license application, schedule the state exam, pass the course exam, and then pass the state exam. So that's kind of like the steps to getting the license. The requirements though, you have to be 18 years old, have a high school diploma, have a US social security number, be honest, trustworthy, good character, be competent and qualified. Oh, and have 2 years of experience. That's the big one. So that's why I had to wait to be able to upgrade my license. This is my textbook this time around. I still have all of my previous studying materials and resources. Thank goodness I saved them because I might need them. But I'm also very excited for this time around because I have already been through the exam. I've already know what to expect a little bit, and I'm not 100% new to this information, so that's good. It's also good because now I know kind of what studying strategies worked and what not to do this time around. So the way the class is structured is, like I said, there's a live classroom. It's kind of like a Zoom virtual classroom, and then the professor has presentations, or the instructor, she has presentations that she put through the portal along with different resources, but mainly presentations. So this time around what I did is I printed out, I used to do this in college, I printed out the PowerPoint presentations as like 3 handouts or per page and with notes on the side, so this way I can focus on what the instructor is saying, and I can take notes and kind of highlight if anything she mentions. But I don't want to, you know, write what's already on the PowerPoint. I just want to highlight what she's mentioning, put down examples, formulas, anything that is important, and just kind of make it in my own words, if that makes sense. So this is my strategy. I'm going to try it out first for today's lesson and for today's class, and then see how it goes. If I have other strategies as well if this one doesn't work out, but I do think that this might be the most efficient for this style of course. Another big thing, everyone asks me, what's one of your biggest tips for studying for the exam? And I always tell them to print out their state's syllabus for the exam or course outline. So this is my Florida broker license syllabus. It basically tells you everything, like what to expect for the exam, what's coming on the exam, and it's very important. And I have two. So I have this one, which is like the full guide, even has abbreviations in the back, but I also printed this one out. This is page 3 to 5 of that PDF document, and it basically highlights everything that's coming on the exam and what percentage. So I always tell everyone to print this out and highlight, you know, all of the big sections. So there's 12 sections total in my exam, 100 questions. I have to get 70%, 75% to pass. Yeah. So 75 questions, I have to get them right. There's 2 parts of this, right? So you have the class that you have to take. So that's what I'm on right now. I'm in the phase of like learning all of the material, focusing on what the instructor is saying, making it into my own words, taking notes. Once I finish the course, then we'll get into studying for the state exam, which is like the big important part, because that's how you get the license. I do have to pass the course exam, but you know, the most important part here is the state exam. All right guys, so I am back from the gym. It is currently 7:20 in the morning. I got home, I showered, ate some breakfast, folded some laundry. Very productive morning, so that's really good. I'm about to hop into my computer and log into my CRM, which is Follow Up Boss, and see what my tasks are, what I need to get done today, based on priorities. I always start my mornings with checking my inbox, checking all my text messages through the platform. So that's the first thing I do. I do my Follow Up Boss morning check-in, and then I go into my clients and all of the deals I have under contract first, because those are the most urgent, just making sure I'm responding to emails from the transaction coordinator, title company, listing agent, all of those things. I have a closing this week, and then an inspection scheduled, so I'm going to follow up on those. Then after, you know, dealing with my under contracts and my pending deals, I go into my active clients, so like my buyers and the listings that are on the market, making sure that I have scheduled, you know, for my listings, you know, marketing campaigns this week, making sure that we're promoting the listing, and then for my buyers, making sure I'm sending them properties and things like that. So that's what I'm going to do right now, and I have about 2 hours or an hour and a half of this, and then I'm going to jump into my class. It says join. So it's currently 1:19 and I just got back. I was at Chick-fil-A for lunch. We got a good hour and a half or hour and 15 minutes of lunch break, which is great. We're just back in the live stream. Yeah, so far so good. I'm glad that there's different breaks in between. Like we had one in the morning, a quick 15-minute break, and then an hour 15-minute lunch, and then there's gonna be another break in the afternoon, which is great. So I was able to catch up on emails and calls and things like that. So it's not gonna be, I don't think it's gonna be as bad as I thought. We have about 4 or so more hours left till 5 o'clock. And then I'll connect back with you guys and recap on my first day and how the class went. I feel like so far, I'm just still trying to figure out the best way to take notes on everything, because she's going through the book, but she's also going through the presentation that she has and then the presentation that I have. So it's like 3 different materials at once. I'm going to, yeah, jump back in right now and I'll catch up with you guys later.
Line 38, examinees' answers are graded at the site. Examinees receive their photo bearing exam report immediately following completion of the exam. Yeah.
Currently 3:20 p.m. and I just finished day 1 of broker classes. I feel good. I feel really good. I'm very happy that I went with the live stream with the instructor-led course rather than on my own. I do feel like I want to review a little bit of like my sales associate information because there was some terms and some things that I was seeing and I was like, wait, I know this, but I can't remember. But yeah, overall it was really awesome. Instructor is very nice. She's very, you know, proactive. I honestly thought last time I took a like 8-hour class, you know, in front of a computer, I fell asleep. And that was for my foreclosure short sale certification, and I fell asleep. It was so boring to me, and the instructor was not really good at keeping us engaged and not a lot of breaks, but this one was very smooth. There was 3 breaks total, 1 in the morning, the lunch break, and then now in the afternoon, which is really awesome. And yeah, overall it was great. She gives a lot of examples, a lot of real life examples of what we can expect. She also has lots of experience with like test taking, so she was giving us tips on, you know, to a certain extent. She obviously can't disclose so much, but she was kind of giving us some advice on, you know, some strategies that we can utilize and tips. We just got through unit 1 of the book. Now that I understand a lot better kind of the structure of the course and kind of how she's going with it, because I thought it was going to be based more off of this presentations rather than the book, but she's actually literally going through the book. And I also learned something new because I was telling everyone to go off of the course examination guide, and there's actually 2. So there is the course examination guide, and then there's like an actual syllabus. This is the syllabus, and I believe there's one for the sales associates as well, and it's very thick. It's about 60 pages long, 65 pages long, and this is literally everything in detail of what's coming on the exam. This is how they make the book as well. So everything else on the textbook is off of here, like all of the learning objectives, terms and things. It's taken off of this. This is a more summarized version of it, which I prefer this one honestly more for studying purposes and, you know, just to make it a lot more simple. But this is very in-depth of like exactly what's coming on the exam. This is more of an outline. And if you're in Florida, I'm gonna link them down below. Again, make sure you check with your specific state if you're not from Florida, and obviously make sure you check in with your school so that you can get the most up-to-date version of these documents, because they update them every once in a while. Like they just also gave us this one. I guess there was an update on like taxes. There was a 2018 tax law change, so they gave us this kind of addendum addition to the textbook that we can study the most up-to-date information on taxes. I'm gonna right now take a quick break, and then I'm going to catch up on emails, check my phone. I've been having it on Do Not Disturb and just checking it every once in a while. Oh, we just got a showing for my listing. I'm gonna check on everything and respond to anything that's urgent. I also need to go get some copies of keys for my listing so I can put the lockbox in it. It's vacant, so people can just go and show it. And then I also have to edit a video. So there's a few things that I need to get done.
I was in before, but it booted me out. Okay. All right, thanks. Bye. Your time, a little after 6:30?
5:41 in the morning. Out of all of the days this week, today is probably going to be the busiest, and I'm sick. My throat is starting to hurt really bad. This is not a good time to get sick with everything going on. So today I have the course again from about 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. So far, we're halfway through the first week right now. It's Wednesday. I started on Monday. We're halfway through the first week. I do feel like we're going so fast. It is a 2-week program, which if you go back to my pre-licensing sales associate course videos, it took me months to get through like the entire course, and I was self-paced. I was doing it online by myself, so it took me a lot longer, but I feel like we're going so fast with this stuff. A lot of it, like a lot of the terminology and things like that, they're from the previous course, so I'm a little bit familiar. I do feel like I have to refresh. It's also a lot of like laws and like do's and don'ts kind of thing, and it's been interesting. Today I have a closing at 2:30, not so far, so I'll be able to hop in and out. I'm planning to just take it like the course in the live stream on my phone. It shouldn't be too much of a long closing. I'm representing the seller, so it's less paperwork and it should be fairly smooth. And then this evening I'm planning on going to take my fingerprints for the DBPR so that I can put in my application, because that's going to take some time to get approved. And I haven't really planned out much further, like after I finish with the course. Like, am I going to go straight into studying for the state exam, or am I going to take a break and take more time to study? I don't really know that far ahead, just because again, like, I'm dealing with my other deals and clients and things. I can't just like shut down and focus on studying like I did for my previous license for the sales associate course. A lot of things to figure out. Ideally, like, my ideal goal would be to pass this in October, like as soon as possible, because the information is going to be fresh in my head. Another thing that's been working really well for me is doing 2 hours before the course start, like from 7 to 9 a.m. I have been using that time for my clients and my deals and answering emails and calls. So essentially I didn't have to like shut down my communications all day as I expected. I just scheduled the appointment for the fingerprints. Should be fairly easy. The appointment is actually at the real estate school as well. We're going to be stopping by. Maybe I get to see my instructor in person too, because she does the live streams out of the school. So maybe we'll get to meet her. Just finished doing my Unit 2 exam and I actually did pretty good. I just got this one wrong, which I already had question about. I already know, like, based on everything I'm studying, that my study guide this time around is going to have so many graphics and tables and things like that, because there's just too much information regarding like one same topic, like for example the company structures or brokerage structures. So I need to review this topic again. My Unit 1 I didn't do so good. Yeah, 6 wrong. So we're currently in our first break of the day. It's currently 11 o'clock. I have to leave in about an hour to my closing. I think we should be fine. And I think I heard, I didn't have the volume all the way up, but I think they were talking about doing maybe a 2-hour lunch break, which would be ideal, so that I can get through the closing and be on time to come back. My setup looks like right now.
The broker must evaluate prospective employees and independent contractors in light of their abilities to do the job. On the application forms, as it talks about,
I'm on the road. I just finished my closing. I'm having terrible internet connection for the class. Obviously can't be taking notes as I'm driving, but if I see anything important on the screen, like, I'm just gonna screenshot it. Heading to actually the school right now, so I need to get my, why am I doing this? My fingerprints done. What is she doing? Oh my god, my audio. No, it took me out. It's like the 3rd time it's kicked me out. Yeah, I have to catch up on emails. I'm expecting an offer for another one of my listings. Hopefully we can go under contract today. That would be awesome. Like last time I was talking to you guys, I was on my way to get fingerprints. Got them done. It was super quick. It took like 5 minutes. And now I have to wait until next week to be able to submit the application. But it's currently 8 o'clock. After I got that done, I was on the phone back and forth negotiating an offer for one of my listings. I had the closing and now I am under contract officially for another one of my listings.
So more than once. And I've also had the homeowner canoodling with somebody that wasn't their partner, male or female.
Oh my god. So today's the last day. We are just reviewing some of the exam questions and then she's gonna let us go early. And then we have about 30 or 28 days to take the actual end of course exam. And then once my application gets approved, I can schedule the state exam. That's it. That's my last day of classes. This is my professor, Sunny. She's been amazing. And I actually just got this in the mail. A little birdie told me that this is a great review guide for the broker's exam. And this is a resource that I'll be adding to my studying for the state exam, not for the final class exam. I just finished my broker's exam and I didn't pass. I didn't pass by 3 points.